Hi, welcome to Paige Family Homestead. I'm here to show my daughter today how to use her Instant Pot. She's got one wrapped up in a box and is afraid to use it. So I've made a Yorkshire pudding, English style, what my mum used to make, with roast beef, potatoes and carrots. Stay tuned and watch this. Okay, and so I've got an eye of round that I bought, 3 pounds of eye of round. And I've got in here, I have my spices. So we have onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, and oregano, 1 tablespoon of each. And what are those things called? Chili chips, whatever they call those chili things, you know, put on pizza. Anyway, so we're going to mix this all together. I'm going to use a man tool, fork, because I don't like to use whisks. So put that all like that. And this is the first time I'm going to be using the Instant Pot, because my daughter is afraid of it. She's got a brand new one, still in the box, and she's afraid to use it. Honey, if I can use it and make it work, so can you. It won't blow up on you. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on here, spread it out, and then I'm going to, see, I leave some of the fat on there because you want the flavor, right? And then I'm going to coat it in this. And you know what I'm saying, right? Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, right there. And then I'm going to put it in the Instant Pot on saute. So I'm going to push the button saute. Look at that, saute. So, there. Oh, this is nice. Ooh, I hear that. Okay, now I'm going to put this in. As soon as the oil heats up, we'll put it in. And we're just going to brown it lightly. I'm going to wash my hands on that one. And we're also going to be making Yorkshire pudding with this too. I'm English, so I remember the way my mum used to make it. And I'm going to make it, it's a bigger one, but my mum never made the little baby cupcake ones. She always made big Yorkshire puddings, and I love Yorkshire pudding. So we're having roast beef with Yorkshire pudding. Okay, I've got 2 tablespoons of oil in the pot, so now it's hot enough, and I'm gonna lightly sit that in there. Ooh, it's popping. Four minutes per side should do it. And the pot will be nice and hot. I've never used this before, so this is a good experiment. Okay, I'll bring it back after it's browned. Okay, she's browned nice, really nice. So I'm going to take this out, let it rest there until it's ready to go in. And now I'm going to be putting my onions in there. It's a medium-sized onion. Put that all in. And what I want to do is all those spices at the bottom is clean it up. Scrape it. And that'll go into the onion. This will save you a mess to clean up later. Oh, look at those onions. Now I'll put a little bit of red wine in there to help. There you go. Oh, that's looking beautiful. use. Look at that, just gorgeous. Just gonna, I'm gonna put, how much wine did I have? 1 cup of wine is what I'm using so far. There. And that's, all those onions are absorbing all those wonderful herbs that we put in there. Now I'll put in rosemary and thyme in there as well. Just a couple of sprigs of each of them. A little bit more wine. The whole thing in. Like I said, that's 1 cup of wine in there. So that's good. And now I'm going to be putting broth in there. Now, I don't have any beef broth, so I'm using duck broth. Mine will taste a lot better than yours. There we go. Oh, this is going to be, smells divine. And keep squirting on that bottom so you got nothing to clean up after. And you want all those herbs to get into the sauce. And oh, beautiful. Now, to put the roast beef back in, here we go. There we go. So, now, I'm going to put the lid on. And turn this over to, that's vent, that's over there. Okay, now I'm going to cancel the saute. Now push this on there. Now I'm going to put it on for 1 hour. For 1 hour, which in English that's 60 minutes. Just kidding. Okay, now this says on, but what it's doing, it's building up the pressure in here. And when this button over here pops up, and then it's built up its pressure, it will put the time on there. So it really takes longer than an hour. So, but what do I know? I've never used one before. Now we're going to make the Yorkshire pudding while we're waiting for the crock pot, or not crock pot, but you can make this in a crock pot as well, the Instapot. I get my words mixed up. Okay, so we're using all-purpose flour, about 1.5 cups of flour. Whoa. There we go. And then 1.5 cups of milk. So, there. 1/4 tablespoon of salt. Stir that up a bit. And then 4 large eggs. Oops. Little calcium never hurt anybody. And then, before you beat this, you should take a drink of coffee. Oh yeah, that did it. Okay, so here we go. Whisk this all up until all the lumps are out of it. And you're probably asking, why aren't I using a blender to blend this up? Because I don't know where it is. So I'll just do it by hand. It's a lot quicker. Now, what I'm going to do when I get this just right, and I'll show you when it's just right, we're going to put this in the fridge for 30 minutes. You can leave it in for an hour if you want. Some people, what I would normally do if I know ahead of time what we're making, I would make this the day before and put it in the fridge. But it doesn't really make that big of a difference, I don't think, but that's what they say. But Mummy always made it right just like this. And my mother was Mother Goose. Like the British accent, Always cooking. There we go. Now see that? It's kind of like a pancake batter. See? Okay. And I'll bring it back when we're ready to put it in the oven. Okay, we're back and ready to put these pans to heat them up. I've got about maybe 2 tablespoons of oil in there, sunflower oil, in the pan. And what I've done is I brushed against the side of the pan all the way up so that nothing sticks to it. So now we're going to put them in the oven, and at a preheated oven at 425. And I put it in there until I see a little bit of smoke from the oil. So what I'm going to do is whisk this up. Whisk this up. Yeah, that's nice. That's just beautiful. I know I keep saying that a lot, don't I? Everything is beautiful. I can't help it. Oh, I know. Awesome. Is that better? Okay, we're just going to see here till she gets hot enough and I can see that oil bubbling over. Now see, Jesse, you're going to be able to see how to do this. And then I don't want you afraid of your Instant Pot no more. Oh wait, it's going to blow, wait. It's all good. Okay, now we're going to take the oil out. You can see a little bit of smoke come out of there. That is hot. There we go. Now, we're going to pour half into each. Now this is the way my mother used to make it. I've never had the muffins before. Mom always made them this way. And I think we're done there. Put the rest in there. Oh, these are going to be so good. Okay, now put them back in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. But you kind of have to watch them. As soon as they grow and to get golden brown, that's when you want to pull them out. There we go. Okay, I'll bring it back when they're done. 15 to 20 minutes. Wow, that was the fastest 15 minutes I've ever seen in my life. Okay, here we go. They're done. Steak soup. There. There's one. Look at that. Golden brown. Beautiful. And they'll shrink a bit. Look at that, it's just beautiful. Okay. Now let's try to, oh, I gotta take my glove on that. I think I may need a flipper. There we go, we put that whole thing on the plate, like that. A little piece, shrapnel. Now this one. Just beautiful. Look at that. That is nice. Now, like I said, this is my mom's recipe, the way we used to eat it all the time. What she would do is put the roast beef, carrots, potatoes, and gravy right over top of that, and then you just eat around it. And my mom was from Leeds, England, Margaret Gill, and then she met my dad over there during the war, and he was a medic, and he met my mom, Paige. My dad's John Paige, my mom was Margaret Gill. So Jesse, this is in memory of my mom, Grandma. And see, the scary Instant Pot's not so bad after all, is it? We'll bring you back when the roast is done. Now, it's rested for 16 minutes now. So I'm going to open it up, and always let the steam out away from your face. There we go. Look at that. Oh. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to bring it out, and we're going to let it rest for a bit. So we'll put it there. Let that, whoa, that took off like a bugger. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this. Where's the cancel button? Cancel. And we're going to put it back on saute. Saute. So now I've got 4 tablespoons of flour. I got I can't remember, is that a quarter or a half? A quarter cup of duck broth. So we're going to put it in, mix this together. There we go. And I know what you're thinking. By God, he's good looking and he can cook. Okay, now what we're going to do, yeah, I guess that's good enough. There. See the flour and the duck broth? You can use beef broth. I just didn't have any, so we got duck broth.
Okay, I'll make some.
Okay. There we go. Now we're going to pour it in here. There we go. Yep. And we're going to make a nice gravy. Yeah. So I'll be back in a minute when this is ready, and I'll show you. It's a beautiful meal. I've thickened it now, so I'm going to turn this off. Cancel, off. And then, there, look at that. That's a nice gravy. Okay, so I'll set this aside. And now we're going to cut, this is the sprigs I took out, the thyme, the rosemary and thyme. Set that there, and now we're going to cut the meat. Look at that. Nice, eh? That's just beautiful. Oh, this is going to be good. And we've put off to the side there, we put potatoes and carrots off to the side. And then I'm going to put some horseradish on this and eat the heck out of it. I'll bring you right back when we go to plate the plate. Okay, now we're going to build one. This is let me know down in the comments if your mom's ever made this for you. And then some potatoes. And we mustn't forget the horseradish. Okay. I always put the horseradish. I put this stuff on everything. Now, don't try this horseradish at home, because I'm a horseradish nut and I can take the heat. Okay, now bring it over here. And the gravy. This is exactly like my mother used to make it. Identical. Now, like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Put that back over here. There, doesn't that look gorgeous? Now, we're going to dig into it. Remember this, Wally? My brother Wally. Beautiful. And I mean beautiful. Really good. This is something I've had since I was a kid. Mother Goose. And Jessica, you can do this, girl. You can do it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this.